Let's see. Come on, lay down. Are we working? Let's have a look. I'm just going to do a little stitch with me. There might be some interference because we've got Trixie in the way. Are you going to move? We'll see how we go. Just a quick one. Oh. Hi Missy, hi Max. Oh, I need to turn my camera. Hang on. Lost you. It's not me if there's no technical difficulties. Let's bring this over here. There we go. Let's do some stitching. Like I say, there might be some background noise today, what with the cats. Well, I think the kittens are settled. Trixie's just gone and laid underneath there, so hopefully she'll stay there out of the way. Jason's home, but he knows I'm doing a live. I'm just going to finish this tower and then we'll see about doing another one potentially. I don't want to be on ages, I just thought I'd jump on because I haven't done one for a while and let you lot know what my plans are for this weekend. Are we all stitching? I don't need that. What do I need? I need 779. I'm stitching on a Mother of Dragon 1/1 full cross. I've got 2 threads there. I only need 1. Put that there a sec. How are you getting on with your stand, Max? Have you been using it? And are you feeling any better? I know you've been poorly last I spoke to you. Good afternoon, Woo Woo. Love that name. Morning, Mary Lee Jones. I'm just now having my first cup of coffee for the morning. Whereabouts are you from? Because it's 1:30 in the afternoon here in the UK. Arizona. Cool. Max, yes, I'm using it and it's lovely. Not had a problem with it. I love it. Has made my stitching a lot easier. Good. Good, good, good. That's what we like to hear. I have set up a Facebook page now for the stand. Right, what's going on here? Have I gone wrong already? Yep. Oh dear. So that's that one. Frog's out to visit already. dear me. Great start, Ali. On the plus side of doing royal rows, when you do make an error, it is only within that tower and it's easy to backtrack. Oh, I think the whole thread's going to come out. Let's just bring it all out. Where was the first stitch? Come on. Why is that not coming out? Oh dear, where was the first? That is the first stitch as well, so why is that not coming out? Come on. There we go, I've got a bit of fuzz, but we'll push it to the back and let it get stitched over. Luckily it was the first stitch. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Although I do need to pull that out because it's in the wrong place. Come on. That's it. First error of the day. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? Let me see, yeah, just found out how to do a split screen on my tablet. Great. Hi Rachel, good morning. It's 8:30 here in New York. New York, wow. Welcome. Let me see, so Stitch, I'm watching you. Great. Max, what's the FB page called? It's called Spikings Special Stand. CrossStitch stand. If you put in Spiking Special, it will come up. I'm trying to stitch, but my fans are blowing my floss all over the place. Oh, oh no. Yeah, it's a bit warm here today. I did go and sit outside for a little bit, but it was just too much. That's why I thought I'd jump on and do a quick live. The plan this weekend is to try and get some pre-records done of the stand and get them uploaded to Facebook so that people can see it in all its glory, see it all set up. I have done, previous to this live, if you look back on my videos, on my live videos that is, I have done a couple of videos. I did one of, a couple of lives, sorry. I did one of me putting my fabric onto the Millennium frame, and then I also did a live attaching the clamp to the Millennium frame, and then the third live was me setting up the stand, like assembling it. And then I believe I did a Stitch With Me after as well. And on that Stitch With Me, you see me putting the clamp and the frame onto the stand, and you get to see how sturdy it is and everything. So if you want to check that out, that's on my live section of my channel. As I say, I'm going to do some records over this weekend. So I should be able to get some more uploads done instead of just lives. We all know that I prefer to do the lives, but I feel like people that are coming and just looking at the channel, they don't necessarily click on the live section of it, so they're missing out on some of the videos. So I need to try and get some uploads done. But the main purpose for the pre-records that I'm going to do is to post onto that Facebook group for the stand. Let's bring this over here. As I say, this is 1/1 full cross. I'm starting over to that east tower there, having that gap of the width of a tower, because then it'll get anchored down when I stitch that next tower. This is with DMC threads, and I can tell the difference because I obviously, this is the only project I've got now that is DMC threads. Oh, hang on, no, I'm lying. Deep Blue Sea's DMC as well, but just recently the projects that I have been stitching have been CXC threads, and I can tell the difference. And I think I do prefer CXC, it just feels better. Nothing wrong with the DMC threads, obviously, it just, they're a bit coarser. I find that they get tangled a lot easier as well on my floss cards, like when I'm pulling the thread out. When I try and straighten those threads that are hanging on my floss cards, it's not quite as easy as it is with the CXC threads, I think, because they're a bit softer. It is easier to smooth them out, whereas with DMC it gets tangled a lot easier. But it's DMC because I bought this from Heaven and Earth Designs. I did the full kit, whereas I do kit up myself now. As I say, I'm going to do this tower and then see how we go, see what we're on for time. It shouldn't take me too long to do this little bit anyway, because it's all one colour now. And then potentially do maybe one more, or start one at least. As I say, it's not going to be an hour long or anything like that today, I don't think, because I do just want to sit and chill, and then when it gets a bit cooler, get those stand videos done. So awkward doing these sorts of things with the cats, because I mean, they've settled now, but they like to be in on the action when I'm properly up and about and moving and making noise, like proper noise. They want to come and be nosy. So it's a bit difficult to record, and I don't like to shut them out, so I want to try and get things like that done when they are settled and sleeping, having their little cat naps. I want to try and get these videos looking a bit more professional though for the stand. Hopefully no cats in view. Trying to help, but we'll see. We sold quite a few now. Had one go to Australia, one go to Illinois. Another one I think went to Michigan, I think it was. Duffy, she's purchased just the clamp, which is getting sent out today/tomorrow, because it works with the Lowry stand, so she just wanted the clamp. She might buy the stand at a later date. She's going to see how she gets on with it, which is great. The lovely Jan in Australia, she left a brilliant review, which I will be posting into the Spikings special Facebook group at some point. But for anybody who is interested in the stand, as I say, I've got that Facebook group, but if you're a member of CrossStitch stands, I think it's called Frames and CrossStitch Stands, she posted a review on there, which was lovely. So maybe find that. It's like a for sale site. It's CrossStitch. I think it's called CrossStitch Frames and Stands UK, maybe. Not sure. I'll try and post the link in the description of this video later on, either straight after doing this or at some point. So keep coming back and checking to see if I have posted it there if you can't find it. But yeah, it's a good group. You get to see all the different frames and stands and stuff. But yeah, she's loving it. She thinks we're on to a little winner with it. I believe she called it the best stand by far, which is brilliant. Obviously I love the stand, and people may think I'm a bit biased because obviously Jason made it, but it's nice to get the feedback from others that agree with me that it is by far one of the best stands, especially for sturdiness and no wobble and not having to mess about with counterweight. And yeah, just literally set it up and it's there. No droop. Don't have to be careful when you're swinging it out. It's awesome. Let me just finish this tower and then I'll have a look at what you guys are saying. So what are we all stitching on? Have we got much stitching done the past few weeks? I haven't. A bit of a nightmare week, to be honest. Haven't felt like stitching at all. A lot of road accidents going on around my area, which isn't nice. Main one, well, not main one, the most recent one was the other day. Stood waiting for a bus and some idiot decided to pull out of a junction and take out a car. The car came hurtling towards me, and luckily the bus stop's curb is quite high, so he kind of pinballed off of the curb, thankfully, because otherwise he was coming straight at me. And then he went towards going head on into a tractor, but luckily the tractor did veer to the left a bit and only clipped him with his front tyre. But yeah, it's been a bit of a traumatic week with accidents. There was a bus that I normally catch. It's called Stagecoach. That had a quite severe accident this week as well. Unfortunately, the bus driver died. It's just been a bit of a weird week. I feel like God's trying to kill me, but he's not succeeded yet, thankfully. Oh, come on, Annie, why are you stitching with such a short bit of thread? Let me finish that stitch. Now you would think that's quite a long bit of thread. Now I don't know if it's because I've got a longer needle than maybe some people, but as we know, I don't care about losing thread. Not bothered. Not bothered. We can just find some more and replace it. If we run out, touch wood, I haven't run out of thread yet. Finish this. Go over here. Now, because I've got this stitch over this side of the tower, instead of starting my thread over the tower width of the next tower, the east tower, I'm going to start over here, because it will get anchored down by stitches just here, look. So it can just be brought up there. Now I could have started a stitch here and brought the thread up here, but I don't want to. It's just what feels right in the moment. Sometimes I would potentially start it like that. I mean, like there's a stitch of this colour up here, so I could have come over here and stitched that stitch, but I've chose to do it this way today. as I say, it's personal preference and just how your mood strikes per stitchy day. I'm normally, like with my deep blue sea and things like that, I'm very conscious of doing like a snake method, whereas I'm higgledy-piggledy on this one a little bit. I'm not so strict. I am still strict when it comes to the actual royal rows, like parking, but stitching within that tower, I'm not consciously making sure I'm going in that snake method within it. As long as all the stitches are stitched, that's all I'm bothered about. I like to mind my tension as well. I don't pull it too tight, I just let it sit there. Sometimes you'll see the little loop thread, so like this, I haven't quite pulled that down, but then when I bring the next stitch up, it's pulling it. That's why I don't like to do it too tight on that first try, because when you do the next stitch, it pulls it through anyway. We don't want your tension too tight, because otherwise you'll get those dreaded stitchy lines. We don't want that. So yeah, just nice and gently. With the tension. Oops. I also feel like when you do wash it, it pulls it all nicely anyway. It re-swells that fabric, those threads, and then as it's drying it kind of shrinks it back again. I don't know if you've like when you wash jeans, this is the only way I can describe it. When you wash jeans and you dry them and then you put them on, when you put them on they seem a bit tighter because you've washed and dried them, and then obviously as the day goes on they get looser, they stretch a bit. I feel like that's the best way to describe what happens with your threads and fabric when you do wash them, when you've finished a project. So I don't overly concern myself with certain faint lines that may appear, because as I say, when you wash it and dry it, it helps it to swell and naturally tightens it for you. That's my thinking, and I'll stick with it. I will get a finish one day. I don't think it's going to be this year, but hopefully next year we'll get close to some finishes on these. We'll see, because I've been working on this one for a year now, obviously not monogamously, so we are 18.68% on this one, and I started it, as I say, a year ago by about a week or two, just over a year. But as you know, I've got Deep Blue Sea, my Story Keeps, Special Pleader. I've got a few other things that I started, like my Mirabilia. Yeah. So this one hasn't got all the love. Otherwise I feel like we'd have been a lot further ahead. But people will influence me to do new starts. Let me mark all those off. Let's see what you guys are doing. Bring that over. I'm using Pattern Keeper on my tablet. Ouch. Right, let's have a look. Move that camera a little bit. Now I'm looking at the monitor just behind you. Obviously the camera's here, there you go, I'm looking at you, but I look like I'm looking off into the distance. That's because my computer monitor is there. It feels weird looking at the camera and talking, but hey ho. Right, let's have a look. Hi Celia. I just finished washing my 2 Hades, ready to give them to my sisters for their 60th birthday later this month. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I did see you put a post up asking about washing finished projects. I didn't reply because I haven't actually washed one myself yet. I should do. I should get mine done. But yeah, I have done 2.5 or 25 on my Hade. It's 7,000 stitches. Ooh, go you. Woo woo. How many cats do you have? I have one black cat called Bagheera. Lovely name, Bagheera, Jungle Book fan. So I have 3 cats. I did have 4. Unfortunately, Tilly passed away. She got hit by a car, bless her. But we've got Trixie still, who had kittens. She's got the 2 kittens, Tigger and Tiger Lily. So we've got those 3. The kittens are about 4.5 months old now, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. So, but we've kind of got 4 still because the dad cat, he comes and visits very regularly. We didn't see him yesterday. We haven't seen him so far today, but since the kittens have been born, he has pretty much been here every single day, made himself at home, comes in, eats, lays on the bed, lays on the settee. So I'm thinking maybe his actual owners might have grabbed him sort of thing and kept him in for a little bit because it's been quite hot. So I'm sure he'll reappear. That, or there's another cat that's in heat and he's gone and terrorised them because Trixie has been fixed now, so she won't come into heat. But yeah, Tigger's been fixed. He's been castrated. He's soon bounced back. The vets asked me to make sure he doesn't jump and, you know, run about so much, but he's a kitten. I'm not going to keep him in a box. He bounced right back and he was playing with his sister, running in and out of the room. He seemed okay, so he's fine. I obviously kept an eye on him licking and biting or like that around the area, but he was fine. Right, do we do a quick tower? Let's start one at least. We'll start with some of these part threads. I can push this back now because that's anchored. Yeah, like I say, this week's been a bit of a traumatic week, but all we can do is carry on. Right, this one, for some reason, I've put that there. I think I've put that wrong. Why did I put that there? That doesn't go there. That goes over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and in 1. Anyway. I've got a bit of a headache coming on. This weather's not nice. As I say, we're not going to be on for long today. Just wanted to jump on, show my face. I'm still here. As much as God is trying to kill me, I am still here. Scary old place out there. Half tempted just to stay home forever now. Stay home and stitch. I say it comes in 3s, so I'm a little bit edgy when I am out, because I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Are you stitching, Sylvia? Or are you diamond painting? I did see you've got your stitchy book back, but which is great. We've missed you. Missed your updates. You already had 3 with Tilly. Yeah, pretty much, like you say, before the kittens even came along. We had Trixie, Tilly and Tig, the dad cat. So nothing's changed to the amount of cats kind of thing. Still very expensive feeding them all. But we're managing. They're all happy and healthy. Finally got on top of the flea problem that we did have, because poor Trixie, she has flea bite allergies, and we had a right nightmare with it for a little while there, because we couldn't treat the kittens with the vet strength stuff because they wanted to wait for the other stuff to wear off, even though it wasn't working. They wanted us to wait for the end date sort of thing, like the 4 weeks to be up before they would treat the kittens. So obviously they ended up with fleas because the stuff that I put on them wasn't working. So then Trixie was getting bit and it was just a nightmare. Whereas now they've all been treated. Trixie had to have steroids and antibiotics again, but it cleared up straight away. As soon as she has that shot of, I don't know if it's the antibiotics or the steroids, or maybe a mixture of both, but she does instantly pretty much heal. Like within a couple of days, her skin is perfect, you know, her coat's perfect, it's not bumpy, and yeah, she's a lot better. So now they've all been treated, and it's a lot better for her, especially because the kittens weren't phased. Obviously they had the fleas, but there wasn't no allergy to it. It was easy enough just to comb them 2 or 3 times a day, just to try and get rid of as many as we could. But yeah, it's all good now. Keep on top of it, which is better because she can't help it obviously, but it used to drive me crazy with Trixie because of the flea bite allergy. She would be licking herself, like grooming herself constantly, and I'm one of those people that you know, I hate the sound of noisy eaters and things like that. So yeah, it was turning my stomach. It's not her fault obviously, so I've had to leave her to it. We got a little cone for her as well, but it's nice that she just chills now. She's not over grooming anymore. But yeah, crazy cat lady. I'll give you a sneak peek of this one. I cheated. Yeah. See, even the actual person who does started off with the royal rose cheats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really wanted to get her face in on this Mother of Dragon piece, so I ended up stitching her face. I still stuck with the royal rose, but let me quickly show you now. We'll use this camera. We should be able to anyway. Let's see if it's long enough. Yeah. So as you can see, I stitched her face. As I say, I still did the towers. I did 1, 2. I did like 3 rows. 3 extra rows. Haven't obviously stitched all that bit yet. That's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get caught up with it. So obviously I've got to join that and then join that up to this and then carry on. But yeah, I've got her eyes staring at me. see if we can blow this screen up a little bit. Is it that one? Yeah. How cool does that look? The eyes. Love it. But yeah, as I say, I've got to stitch all this, which is mostly black. Oh, hang on, where are we? So yeah, this bit's mostly black with a little bit of grey. So it's the wing. I don't know if you can quite see that detailing. So yeah, that's it, the dragon's wing. And then we've got some greyer colours coming in here. I'm pretty sure there is a dragon that's gonna, the face is gonna come in about here. And then, as I say, join up to here, and then get the rest of her hair done, which is all this chunk here. And then there's a bit of black going that way. Now I've got some Paco organiser things for the little odd bits of thread. I only do that with Mother of Dragon. I normally just bung it on the bung it back on the floss cards, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. You've got a sneak peek of her in all her glory. Love her. So yeah, you can cheat. Let me shrink that window again. Oh my god. I'm sorry about this. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh, what have I done? Oh no. I need to be put back up there. That'll do. I'm there. So yeah, that's my Mother of Dragon. Mother of Dragons, but this is Mother of Dragon because there's only the one in it. I have got, I'll do it on this camera, as long as there's not too much glare, down a bit. So that's what it's going to look like. So yeah, I've just got, you can't quite see it because it's not the full width of the piece, but over here somewhere, that's that wing in the background. So yeah, I'm hoping get the top of the dragon's head and more of his wing here as we join this bit up. So yeah, that's what she's going to look like. I'll leave that there, I think. Let's have a look. Where can I put it? Let's put it over here. It's always in shot then. There we go. So yeah, you've got a little sneak peek of her. What's going on with this? That's better. Oh, Celia, no, you said things come in threes. As in, yeah, I already had the three, not the three cats, the three bad luck. Well, I don't know if you can really call it. It is bad luck, but there's a more severe words for it, I think. But yeah, no, I get you now. Yeah, the bad things happen, so you can go out into the world. Yeah. Gotcha. Missy Jensen. It looks so beautiful. Yeah, doesn't she? Love it. Right, let me try and do one more part of thread. Let's see, how long are we on? Well, we're nearly an hour already. So much for not doing an hour. You know what I'm like when I get waffling. I really want to try and get some more lives done. I just get so distracted, and kittens, and yeah, all the intentions are there to do it, but I end up doing other bits, or zooming, or going out, seeing the mother. We just won't bother saying when we're going to do lives anymore. I will literally just jump on when I feel like it. Try and give you at least an hour's notice. first retreat coming up next year. I want to say April. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going with the lovely Josie. Like I say, it'll be my first retreat, so unless I manage to squeeze one in before then, but I don't think so. I think I will just wait for that one. Let's do another colour. Well, we've done alright with background noise, surprisingly, which is good. The main reason of saying that I wasn't going to stay on for too long, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen background noise wise with Jason being home. And at the start, obviously, Trixie was wide awake, wanting fuss, probably, but no, we've done alright. We'll probably go on Zoom again a little bit later on today. I'm not going to do it straight away after this. I want to just, I'm going to go and sit on the settee and just chill for a bit. And like I say, when it gets a bit cooler, potentially get those records done of the stand. But I'm hoping doing this live has given me a little bit of a boost for getting some stitching done over the coming days, instead of just sitting there being a lazy moo watching telly. Don't urge to do it every now and then, but can't get this finished if we don't stitch on it. For anybody who's interested in doing like floss tubes, I watched a video the other day by Karen Needlebug. Well, Karen Bug, and it's the Needlebug YouTube name, Needlebug. Hang on, I think it's VIP members. So if you're interested, if you go over to Needlebug's YouTube channel, for, I believe it's $3.99 a month, which isn't a lot really. I don't even notice it's gone out of my account anymore. For $3.99 a month you can become a VIP member, and she does like little extras for us VIPs. And there's a video on there showing how she does her YouTube lives. It's like a little tutorial kind of thing. It's like a behind the scenes of YouTube studio, which I found really interesting because, as you know, obviously I do lives, I do uploads, but some of the things that she showed on this video I wasn't even aware of myself. I learnt new things. So I would highly recommend going to Needlebug's YouTube channel, becoming a VIP member. Hello you. Becoming a VIP member and checking out that video. When you become a VIP member of her channel as well, you do get added to a Facebook group as well. Now you can only be in that Facebook group if you are a VIP member. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it. Hello you. Is that my cue to stop stitching? Hey? Yeah. Let me mark my stitches off then. So I think my stitch with me is coming to an end because, shock horror, Tiger Lily has decided to intervene. Haven't you, Gil? No, you again. It was you last time. Alright, let's go onto this screen. We might as well, because we're not going to get any more stitching done. Got this little chunk. They're getting so big. Yeah. No, please don't push my top down though. And I don't think they want to see your bum. Yeah, I think she's telling me that's enough, Mum. Max, it doesn't... Oh, hang on. What's going on here? That's a bit of a naff view. We'll have people slagging me off. Unfortunately, I've noticed that there's a few stitches that unfortunately can be a little bit mean. They like to criticise people's appearances, but at the end of the day, I'm in my living room. So, yes, I've got a boob tube top on. Who bloody cares? Get over it. Anyway, that was way off kilter. We don't need to go into that. We're not going to give them airtime. Right, Max, it doesn't seem my comments are going through. You what? Yeah, they are. Have I missed anything? I don't think I've missed anything, Max. What else have you put? Asked to join Spikings? Yeah, I'm on obviously YouTube, but I'll accept that when I come off. Missy, yes, she is such a lovely lady and love her channel. She is, isn't she, Missy? Patricia, I'm trying to do this, but it's hard. Wish I was good as you. Trying to stitch. Just do it one stitch at a time. There's no rush. Just take your time with it. It'll click. Trust me. Oh, that is just too cute. Don't know if it's going to pick it up. And she's cleaning, Mummy. Isn't that cute? And look how big they are. She's the same size as her mum, nearly. You cleaning, Mummy? Isn't that cute? I love my cats. They're just awesome. Patricia, 2 hours, 1 square. It drives me crazy. Oh, bless you. Have you got a lot of confetti? And if you're doing royal rows, that first tower that first row can take a while because you're setting it up. But yeah, there's no race. There's, you know, just do you. It'll come. Yeah. If it's that, like I say, if it's that first row, it can take a while to set it up, especially if there's confetti. If it's quite confetti heavy. But yeah, persevere. Come on, you've got this. Just do it one stitch at a time. I'm going to call that it, even though she has just settled with her mum. My stitches got too tight. Yeah, as I say, you've kind of got to try and... Let me bring this back over. Especially if you're confetti heavy. You've got to mind that tension. Let me just pick up a thread quickly before we end this stream. Let me do a quick, just in case you missed it. So, oops. Got the fuzzies. Sounds like you're having issues with tension, so as I say, when you bring it down, don't yank it, do you know what I mean? Because obviously you can see there, I'm yanking that. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you can get a proper close-up view. Let me just finish that stitch first. Hopefully it hasn't ruined anything. I don't think it will. Right, I'm going to try and zoom in to the stitching for you. That one. That's the most it can zoom in, so let's make this bigger. Bear with me. I'm going to have a play about and get you zoomed in so you can see the stitches. Now you might lose a bit of the detail. Now this works with tent stitch as well. So yeah, when you bring it up and you rest it, so you don't want to be pulling it tight like that. You want it just to sit lightly on top of that fabric. Try not to pull it too tight. Just let it sit. No, that's it. That's not even really properly sat. I haven't pulled that at all. Whereas this stitch coming up will pull it a little bit more. So yeah, just mind your tension. And especially, as I say, with confetti heavy, because you're going to end up with a lot of stitches going on, which will pull your stitches tighter naturally because of anchoring, hence the anchoring of threads. So yeah, you do really need to watch that tension. And that it works the same with tent stitch. I'm the same with my tent stitch. I don't pull it tight. I just let it rest on the top, because as you are continuing stitching, and this is any method, it's not just royal rows, it's just stitching in general. As you stitch around that stitch, those threads are going to be pulling on that stitch. So the looser you can do your stitching, the better, I think, because there's a lot going on around it that can pull it even tighter. So if you're already pulling it tight, yeah, you're going to end up with issues. So that would be my little advice. Just let it, maybe not even touch the fabric sometimes. Obviously don't go too loosey-goosey, but that's what we mean by tension. But I'm a big believer in the fact that you've got a lot of stitches going on around it, so those stitches are also going to pull that one stitch. And if, as I say, I'll repeat it, if you've already done it tight, you're going to be pulling it even tighter when you do those other stitches. But yeah, it just, like I say, it still works with tent stitch. I know I'm showing you with full cross, but it still works exactly the same way with tent stitch. Just nice and loose, not too tight. Or taut. Might as well finish this thread now. Now we've started, and then we'll end this stream and I can go sit and chill. Plus I need a wee. Tiger Lily said hello, now she's gone to sleep. I'm assuming Tigger is in the bedroom with Jason. That's another reason why I'll come off, because he's maybe feeling like a prisoner in his bedroom. Thinking he's got to be extra quiet. Alright, I think I'm going to end that thread. Don't want to mess about with it. pull that there, put my needle there. So we've got that one and that one. So yeah, I hope that helped. With your stitching. As I say, just play around with it a little bit. I can't see comments, where they're gone. Oh, there we are. There you go. Patricia, yeah, I'm doing 10 stitch on 25 count over 1. As I say, if you look on my Deep Blue Sea videos, that's 2 over 1, 10 stitch on 25 count also. Thank you, you're welcome. Well, oh. Patricia, thank you. I'm going to let it rest a day or two just to give myself a break. Yeah. As I say, when you come back to stitch it, just bear that in mind with your tension, and then I feel like you might get on a little bit better. And as I say, some towels can take 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on how much confetti you've got going on. Whether you're doing tent or cross, it doesn't matter, you know. I think the only reason mine goes so quick is because I haven't got a lot of confetti on this one. What was I going to say? Yeah, and it's all set up. This isn't my first row. My first row took a while, because even though it was all black pretty much, it did take a while still. So, but yeah, see how you go. Missy, thanks for a lovely live today. You are very welcome. I am going to disappear. Because we've been on for, how long have we been on for? Nearly an hour. And as I said, there wasn't an intention of being an hour. Let me just do a little, here's the stand. And as I said, you don't have to rest it on anything. I don't have to be over cautious. It's just there. No droop. No wobble. Spot on. So yeah, if you're interested in the Spiking special stand, join that Facebook group. I'll try and get the link in the description at some point over the next couple of days, or potentially straight away. We'll get it sorted. But it is just Spiking special stands, cross-stitch stands. Let me just give you Celia, look how cute they are. Oh, how big she is. Trixie, your babies are big, getting so big. You must be dangling off the edge of there, Tiger Lily. No spots. She's gonna be a stunner. Oh, she's a stunner already. Anyway, I'm going to disappear. Thank you all for joining me. For those watching this back at a later date, thank you for watching. For anybody new watching, hit the subscribe button, because I don't, you know, you'll get notified when I go live, because there's no good me being all, oh, I'll be on so-and-so date, because as everybody who knows me knows, it never happens that way. So hit that subscription button, and the notification will come up when I do update a live, do a live. So thank you all very much, and I will see you all again soon. Happy stitching, everybody.